Hello, folks. Say, I've got a swell story I want to tell you today. Champ and I are ready for action. Let me ride down in Rocky Canyon, down a rickety, rockety road with a lazy old herd. Oh, let me ride down in Rocky Canyon, where the wrinkled old creeks and the shaggy old peaks seem to speak a friendly word. Sagebrush growing along the trail, cattle low and the moon is pale, coyotes howling their mournful wail out among the rocks and rills. Oh, let me ride down in Rocky Canyon, down a funny old road on a bang-tail horse, toting my load where the canyons cross in the crazy old western hills. Sagebrush growing along the trail, cattle low and the moon is pale, coyotes howling their mournful wail out among the rocks and rills. Oh, let me ride down in Rocky Canyon, down a funny old road on a bang-tail horse, toting my load where the canyons cross in the crazy old western hills.
You concerned old canary, get along!
Giving up, Sheriff? Where's your horse?
I ain't got no horse. That's why they always make me sheriff. And they're always the bandits.
Well, I thought every kid in the cow town this size could find a horse somewhere.
Thought you said you'd track us to the creek.
Chuck can't tax Meadow, donkey. Somebody else be sheriff.
You can't join our gang unless you get yourself a horse.
I got a horse that'll beat anything you got. He'll beat any horse in this range, my dad says.
Your dad says, ha, ha, we know all about your dad.
Just a blowfly. Blowfly Jones, that's his name. You call my dad that and you'll swallow it.
I'll fight him.
Here. Break it up. Break it up. Now, if you're going to fight, line up. One at a time.
Doggone you, boy. You're the one that spooked my horse.
Not me.
You sure did. You went... Oh, not again. Not again.
Here, now, wait a minute. You can't fight fair. That's it. Break it up. Get on your horses. Look, son, let's get this straight. If you've got a horse that can outrun anything, why don't you ride it?
Dad says I can ride him the next birthday.
Couldn't be your dad gold-bricking you about this here horse.
Gold bricking?
What I mean is, there ain't no such animal.
You mean my dad would lie to me? No, sir. When Dad tells me something, it's something.
Where can I find your dad?
He's most generally at one of the assay shops. Come on, I'll show you. Is Mr. Jones in here?
Well, Blowfly was here. Went across the honky-tonk.
You mean Mr. Jones?
I mean Blowfly Jones.
You call my...
Now. Now, you go over there and look for your dad. I'll take care of this.
No insult intended, mister, but everybody in town knows that kid's dad. Prospecting ain't always bad luck, except for telling tall tale. You know how it is. Of course, nobody believes him except, maybe his kid.
Smells like a barber shop.
Smells more like a dance hall to me.
Here he is, Dad.
Hi.
Hi.
Mr. Jones, Chuck here needs a horse. Needs one bad.
Well, he's got a good burro, ain't he?
Yeah, but in a cow country like this, a horse is mighty important. He tells me you already have one for him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that horse. Yes. That's a mighty fine horse. The best one on this range.
Then why don't you ride him?
Well, prospecting in the desert, you don't need no horse. You need a burro. Besides, he ain't broke yet.
You can break him. Can't you, mister?
Where is this horse?
Well, I'm after him over yonder.
Well, just where?
Oh, just out yonder.
I know where we can find him.
There ain't no such animal.
Think not? You wait till I bring him to town, I'll show you. He's a thoroughbred. He was sired with a racehorse.
You got a racehorse? Baloney!
I didn't get him. I paid stud fee with a mining claim.
You bringing this horse to town?
Blowfly's only bluffing. Ain't no horse. I'll show you.
Now, come here.
You can show this town without your fist, Chuck. You know where this horse is, you say?
Are you gonna break him?
I said show him to me.
He's on a place we fenced off on Puma Wells.
Come on.
Oh, you're bluffing, same as your dad.
You're going on a wild goose chase, mister. There's not a soul in this town believes a word Blowfly says.
No one in town except that 10-year-old boy.
Better not mess up the ground. Town marshal says the ground's important on account of hoof prints.
Looks like he just fell.
A horse. You can see if you read sign.
A rare and striking horse. Looks like they had quite a fight.
A fight between a horse and him.
Town marshal.
Hi, Gene.
Hello, Tub.
Tiny.
Hi, Tub.
Tracks lead up into that draw, but we lost them. What do you make of it?
Looks like a cavalry shoe. Hard-packed sand left one clear print. 2 nails on the inside, 3 on the out.
Couldn't be a wild stallion, then.
Must have been a revert, being he was shot.
Think you can track him?
We're looking for a horse ourselves over at Puma Wells. This one might have been heading for the wells. Plenty of grass.
Well, I'll take Jim Peters back to town if you men will keep on the lookout.
All right.
Must have been a he-walloping mad horse.
Well, the marshal's right. No tracks.
Hey, Gene, the place Chuck told us about.
Yeah. A racehorse, according to Chuck's dad.
Needs a little grooming.
How'd it help? If he had any sense, he could get out of there.
That's the first time I ever saw Blackie roped.
Kind of snorty for a thoroughbred.
That's because he's so wild.
What's a wild horse doing with shoes on?
Had to shear him on account of cracked hoof. These parts are too rocky for a racehorse, Dad says.
That's the horse that did the killing.
There's other shod horses on this range.
You gonna break him now, Gene?
If it takes a month. You know, there's something about this horse's head and the way he arches his neck. He may be a thoroughbred. Your dad may be right.
Horse is right, and that's just what I'm gonna show everybody. He says Blackie can beat any horse on this range, and Dad isn't lying, and I'm gonna prove it.
Of course you're going to prove it. So am I. We'll start right now to gentle him. We'll have to camp here, Tiny. Better go into town and get some grub for us.
Sure thing, Gene.
I'll snake up some wood for a fire. Oh, boy, we're gonna camp here.
Hey, Marshal! Yeah? What is it?
Murder, that's what. Up in the hills. Body of an old man. Looks like he was attacked by a wild stallion.
Yeah, I know all about it. Got his remains right in there.
But the body's still up there.
What? Still where?
I found it over by San Remo Seat. I'm stray man for the Box M. That's how come I was riding up there.
Ah, that makes two of them. No doubt about it being a horse.
The ground was all scuffed up like he'd been stamping down on it. There was bruises on the body, horseshoe-shaped.
I thought you were tracking that horse.
We was, but we lost the tracks the same place you did.
Hey, did you find Blowfly's racehorse?
Well, no, we,
Oh, it's cologne. Use it after a bath. Now, about that
smells
horse...
good enough to do without a bath.
That's right. If you're in a hurry, just pour it on. Did you find the horse?
Where can I buy some? Anything I hate to do is take a bath.
Yeah, I know. Across the street there at the general store.
I'll get that horse. And you men want to ride with me?
Sure, we'll go with you.
Go.
It's you.
It's both of us now.
Easy. Easy.
That was sure swell, Gene.
Did your dad ever ride this horse, Chuck?
How could he? He isn't even broke.
Well, he's been bridled. His tongue's been cut. Looks like from a Spanish bit.
He's never been out of this place.
Come on, pull.
Well, got everything. Leastwise, I had when I started.
Any news about that prospector?
I found another one.
Same way?
Same way.
Go. Go.
This here's better than a bath.
You're teaching him bad tricks. There's nothing better than soap and water.
No fun me taking a bath. Can't sing.
Let's try the saddle.
I'll take care of that there for you, Chuck. Dang, but the horse is sure wild. Doggone you, Chuck, where are you? That horse of yours is crazy.
Let's get after him.
Much obliged, G.
Yeah, that ought to do it. Watch that bangtail go.
That Blowfly Jones sure was right, wasn't he?
He wasn't blow-flying anybody. I'll follow him. Better turn this horse out on the grass a day or two.
Okay, Gene. We gotta ride double, Chuck.
On your horse?
Nope, on your burro.
We won't get anywhere.
We ain't getting nowhere anyway.
It was you who spooked up Blackie. Gene had him all ready to ride until you came along.
What'd I do?
Maybe nothing, but he don't like you since you came from town.
Well, I'm the same man, ain't I?
Yeah, you look the same, but you sure enough smell different.
Come on, let's go. Cool. Come on now. Okay, let's get. Come on, Joe.
Got a lot of dynamite for a jughead.
Plenty before we could all man him.
Get a look at his hoofs?
You look at him.
They're cavalry shoes. Matched his prints with the murder prints.
You figure on shooting them now, Tub?
Well, I'd like to get a line on the owner first.
Looks like the Lazy J iron to me, but that ain't in my tally book.
Tain't one of the big brand outfits, or somebody could collect damages.
Well, shoot him anyway. That won't blotch his brand. You sure you've got the right horse?
Well, there's one of his victims.
Well, in my mind, there is some doubt. I think you ought to do this according to Hoyle. Get witnesses and a jury.
You mean give a horse a trial?
That's exactly what I mean.
Well...
Stand back there, folks. Stand back. Don't crowd that horse. And give this court room to function.
Any of you folks want to act on the jury? Come up here on the porch.
You ain't gonna get me on any horse jury.
Well, looks like we got a jury, Mike.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Now, who's prosecuting?
Let Tub do it.
Sure, I'll do it. It's a simple case. We found two men which...
Hold it. It can't be a simple case. There's always legal complications. First, you got to have a corpus delicti.
Yes, sir. Right here in the buckboard.
Uh-huh. And the next thing is, who's representing the horse?
I will, Mike.
Don't call me Mike.
Your Honor.
It's better. So you're the attorney for the defense, the marshal's for the offense. All right? Let her go.
But Mike, Your Honor, you got to get the name of the defendant.
You expect a wild horse to have a name? Next thing, you'll be asking him to swear to tell the truth and nothing but.
His name's Blackie.
What's his address? His brand.
Lazy J. There's no marks or blotches, so we just assume he's always been a Lazy J horse.
That's right. J stands for Jones, meaning me.
If you're a witness, wait your turn. Are you calling any witnesses?
Sure. Tom Maraday, stray man for the Box M outfit. He was the one that found the... Oh, you tell him, Tom.
We all checked up on the prints where the bodies were found, and they're the same as that horse.
Oh, Exhibit A. Well, if you're offering it as evidence, show it to the court.
Oh, I ain't gonna lift his hoof up. If you want to see it, step right over there.
All right. Yeah. We'll now hear from the defense.
Gentlemen, what I've got to say is this. Here's a horse whose life is at stake, and he deserves a chance the same as you or me. A horse's life, a man's life. They're both important to this cattle country. And, in a way, a horse is a man's life. He plows the ground, he works the cattle. He'll save a man's life when they're lost in the forest, or lead him to a water hole on the desert when they're both dying of thirst.
Yeah, I've been there myself.
Just my sentiments, but...
That's a nice speech, but what are you proving?
That's just the trouble. He ain't proving nothing except that a horse is good to us when we're in trouble. Well, I was crying in a minute.
Well, he can't prove much else, Mike. Let him call witnesses.
I've got a character witness. The owner of the horse, Mr. Jones.
You call Blowfly Jones a character witness?
He's got a lot of character. His sire was a racehorse. Thoroughbreds have always got character.
Blowfly Jones's testimony won't hold in this court or any other court. Tain't admissible.
Then I've got someone else. His son knows whether or not this horse is a killer.
He's too young to testify in court. It ain't admissible.
I don't need witnesses. I can prove this case myself.
No, you can't. No, you can't. The attorney for the defense cannot testify. Don't you know court procedure?
I'm not testifying. I'm just talking plain horse sense. The town assayer can tell you something that might help. The two murdered men in question were both prospectors.
Prospectors? What's that got to do with it?
They brought in some mighty rich ore to be assayed.
And you mean the horse knew they were rich?
Someone knew it. That horse could have been taken in and out of there many times. taken to where these men were killed and made to rear and fight.
Then you admit that the horse was a trained killer.
Trained to fight and trained to hate men, but not a killer. Maybe some other horse did the actual killing.
Another with exactly the same horseshoes?
I'll admit the prints on the ground are the same as Blackie's. But have you checked to see whether or not they match with the bruises on the body?
Me? I'm not the coroner.
Someone treated Blackie mean. That's why he hates everybody. Everybody but me.
Attorney for the offense, it's your deal.
I check.
Then I'll give the instructions to the jury. If this horse has been taken out of purpose to kill those two prospectors, then he's a trained killer. So, if your verdict ain't guilty, I'll overrule you. This whole game is a matter of safety, not sentiment.
Okay, Mike, we decide there's no way out. Not for that horse.
It's settled. This horse has been found guilty as charged and is hereby condemned to be shot.
You can't do that. He's my horse. You can't shoot him.
Do your duty.
Please don't take him, please.
I'm sorry, Sonny, but
Why don't you let the kid say goodbye to his horse?
That's the least you can do for him, Tub.
Well, all right.
Nobody believed what I told him about that racehorse. Now go and catch him.
Shoot him on sight. You got the law on your side.
Come on, men. We'll get him. This time we won't bring him back.
Bring him back? You gotta get him first.
Listen, Mike. Bruises on that body weren't made by cavalry shoes.
Well, I didn't say the word. What did you say?
Hoof marks are too sharp. What we got to do is find a horse with sharp shoes all around, the kind they use for snow. We got to save that horse, Tiny. He's innocent.
If he ain't already been shot on sight, Gene.
Don't worry. I'll hide him before that lynching posse gets to him.
He'll head for the creek, Gene.
I already figured that.
That's one horse they won't catch.
Yeah, we better not let him catch him. It's the best cover for a killing I ever had.
He's heading for his old water hole.
Yeah, but I got a new place to hide him. Over that way.
This horse seems to know you gents. Doesn't seem to like you.
Now that you've got him, what are you going to do with him, cowboy?
Break him for a kid who needs a horse.
You can't break that killer.
Somebody made him look like a killer, torturing him. Some sweet-smelling coyote using too much cologne. Someone who's been up in the Sierra snows.
How'd you make that out?
It was made out on the bodies. Sharp all the way around. Plain as signing your name. You've been up in the Sierras for beaver, haven't you? If you shoot me in the back, how would you alibi the crime, you buddy? You want to kill, so it looks like a mad horse did it.
I don't get what you're aiming at, cowboy.
Just this. Here's your horse killer, Tub. Maybe these gents can explain why it's sharp all around.
Looks like we'll be having another trial, men.
Watch me beat him, Gene.
You know, there's something about the way that old jughead arches his neck.
Looks like a thoroughbred.
Well, I guess you'll be getting a new nickname, Mr. Jones.
And it won't be Blowfly.
Thanks to you for breaking him, Gene.
Be sure to see Gene Autry and Champion in their latest feature-length picture at your local theater.